Namaste.
Namaste.
Happy 6th International Yoga Day to all of our viewers and to both of our panelists today. I'm your moderator. I am Neera Sinam. On the poster, it says that I'm a fourth year law student, but recently, without exams, I got promoted to fifth year because of. So just like me, I hope all of our viewers are also experiencing the positive side of COVID-19 instead of only the negative sides. On the panel today, we have my dad. First of all, Dad, happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Would you like to please introduce yourself to the viewers?
Namaskar. I am Dr. Rajendra Singh, urologist.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. I am practicing yoga for last 20 years, and I am diabetic also, and I am a cancer survivor. Because of even though I am 6 man, quite agile and active. Thank you very much.
Just to sum up the introduction of yoga, as we do in all yoga practices, can we have
Okay. Namaskar Mudra, because to generate the positive energy from our body, we must chant the mantra. Okay, let me chant the mantra. Om Sena Bhavantu Seno Bhunashavahe Vigasinavi Tamastu Ma Vishwa Om Shanti Shanti. The meaning of the yoga, the mantra is, "O Lord, protect us, give nutrition to us, let us work hard."
brief intro on what sexual health is and not what sex only is.
Sexual health, when you say health, it is a physical state. It is a state where you are physically, socially, and mentally you have to be strong. When you say sexual health, you have to be good in relation to your sexuality also. Means that feeling of being male or woman also, that is the feeling you have, that is to be there. So the person has to be able to perform and knowledge of of their part, and they must not have any fear. When the woman is afraid of the sex, she may go into some of the part canal, the vagina. So once she's into spasm, we call it vaginismus. The penetrative sex of the vagina will not take place. So all these things we have, then it's our duty that the individuals must not suffer from the deficiency disorders like thyroid deficiency is there. If their thyroid deficiency is there, the epithelium will not function, her secretion will not take place. So that is, all these things are to be discussed in the sexual health.
Okay, thank you, Dad, for your introduction on sexual health. First of all, before we do jump into all of the topics, I congratulate everyone for joining us on today's session. We usually go to the internet, or for people of my generation, we don't usually go to our parents and discuss about this. Those internet websites, explicitly pornographic websites, can teach us about the basics of sex, but can't really teach us about sexual health and how to reduce them, the problems and all. So I congratulate everyone and ask everyone to give yourself a brief round of applause. I give you all a brief round of applause. So our first topic for today.
Can't hear.
You hear?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Before we begin, though, we do have a certified yoga instructor with us on our panel, Ms.Preety. Ms.Preety, can you please tell us about what yoga is to us?
Okay. Hi, Neera. All right. Yoga, as Kaka has already introduced in a very, we cannot put yoga as a brief and better way than he has done. But as some of us are very new in this platform, today you have come for the class, okay, to learn something new about yourself. Okay, that is also yoga. Anything anyone does to improve of oneself, of the nature, is called yoga. Okay, so yoga has been compiled. Initially, yoga was like someone is practicing something or other. Initially, in the ancient days, thousands of years before, Maharshi Patanjali compiled yoga in a proper way for us. It's a gift to mankind from Maharshi Patanjali, who's a philosopher, who's a physician, and who was a person who used to study lots of grammar. Okay. Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Okay, this is the guideline, the way how to live life. So in our class today, I will just share the first Yoga Sutra, okay, which is Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Okay, Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Atha means now, Yoga Anushasanam. Let's start yoga from now onwards. Okay, from where we have come from doesn't matter. We don't know what the future is. We can just take care right now. So right now we start the journey of our yoga. Okay, for many of us, let this be platform the first time on yoga, or So now is what is matters. The past doesn't matter. The future doesn't matter. Okay, that is what yoga is all about. Thank you, Neera.
Thank you, Ms.Preety. So now from both panelists, we kind of have a holistic approach on what yoga is, right? So let's begin our main topics for today. The first topic is sexual response cycle and yoga. So Dad, can you please enlighten us on what sexual response cycle is?
See, the physical relationship of the sex, that is sexual intercourse, is is a game of two individuals. Two persons are involved, the male and a female, in the usual heterogeneous sex. So before indulging into that particular act, they must be aroused. So, and they must have desire. So when you don't have desire, you cannot get aroused. So that desire has to be there. This desire, otherwise known as libido, in that, your mind has to be calm, your body has to have a good energy, your respiratory system must have a nice respiratory power, that is a vital capacity must be enough. Then only you will have the strength, you will be able to do that. So the desire is the first step in the sexual response cycle. And then after the desire, where is that one? Bring that iron and the thoughts. After the desire, I will just show the diagram here. This is the desire is there. After that, the excitement. In the excitement phase, in the case of the male, it is characterized by stiffness of their. This is the excitement. In this, the male has the stiffness of these phallus. In the female, the swelling of their external genitalia, and there is a lubrication. Once this excitement reaches a plateau, then you experience an orgasm. That is the climax in the layman term. And the climax is a very pleasurable sensation that is taking place in the brain, not into between the two thighs. It is in between the 2 ears. In between your 2 ears, that orgasm, the pleasure is taking place. So that is what is meant by the orgasm. After that, that if you resolute all this erect phallus or the swelling of the female genitalia, all this goes down. So that is what is by the human sexual response cycle. Like in the game of football, the referee doesn't say the players to play the football game. Come on, you play football in the middle of the field. Instead of that, the players warm up on the side of the play on the ground, where they make their body ready to have the real play. So like that, the male must know that the individual must know that there is a called foreplay. By the foreplay, that person will bring to this excitement and they will get ready. So this excitement in the case of the male is like this torchlight. You on it, just like that. Male are very fast in getting excited. It is synonym like this. But in the case of the female, it is like the iron that for pressing the cloth. You put in the connected to the plug, on the plug, but it will slowly get heated. So it takes a lot of time in a female. This has to be realized. This has to be realized by the male partner, because in this game, both has to be winner. Unlike the game of football, where one club or one team is a winner, but here we must aim that the mutual understanding, personal relationship, they must be the winner. Both has to be winner. So a male must understand that woman takes time in get aroused. That is what is meant by sexual response cycle. Very important. This is actually not taught in MBBS. Even in MD also it is not taught. In our urology, it is to some extent. In the endocrinology, I think it is taught.
So I think from my dad, we got very interesting props to explain to us also today. Thank you, Dad. And Dad, we need to enhance our sexual response cycle if we are supposed to make our sex life pleasurable.
Yes, definitely. That has to be known. That is important.
And Dad, the calmness of the mind is also very important in enhancing sexual response cycle. That is where we go over to my cousin Ms.Preety to show us some yoga asanas in order to help us enhance our sexual response cycle.
First of all, I will request the audience from speaking in the this thing, because your voice will be disturbing the platform. Okay, and now we have started. So all right. Okay, as uncle has told us, the partners have to be in harmony with each other. And the line of communication has to be very clear. But me as an individual, if I'm not in harmony with myself, if I'm not in harmony with my own body and mind, then I cannot be in harmony with, forget about the husband, I cannot be in harmony with anybody else, I think. Okay, so
correct.
In harmony with anybody else, I have to take care of myself, hence comes the yoga part. Okay, to my body and mind has to unite before I unite with someone else, some other human being. So there are many poses, as we will be sharing those poses in the group. But one very important pose is which we have already seen, is called a cat-cow pose. Cat-cow pose, you might have used it for many other elements also, but this is for sexual response. It is one of the best. Okay, so I'll just show you. Very simple. We might have already done. Can you just give me a head space? All right. Okay, this is my knee. Okay, in the cat-cow pose, my knee should be as wide as my hip. Okay, I'll just tuck in the t-shirt. My knee should be as high as my hip. All right. You don't touch the knees together. All right. From the side, it will be something like this. Okay, and I'm going to form a rectangle with my body. My knee and the two palms are going to form a rectangle shape. Okay, and my shoulders will not be shrugged. My shoulders are always up. Okay, upright. My spine is straight and strong. Okay, and from here, I'm going to push my lumbar or the lower back down, and I'm going to look in front and inhale. When I exhale, I'm going to press the palm on the ground, pull the shoulder blades up, touch the chin on the chest without opening my mouth. Okay, this is your cat, lower back inhaling. This is your cow, pulling the chest up. Okay, and from the front view, if you want to see, it's like spreading the fingers is very important. It will provide more strength on the palm and lower back in, and I'm looking in front. Okay, inhaling, come up, touch your chin on your chest without opening your mouth. Okay, your inhale and exhale is the key. Okay, how much you inhale, you're opening in front. How much you exhale, you're going back. This is called Manjarasana or cow or cat pose. Anyone who's practicing yoga also, right? Any question about this poster?
Yeah, thank you, Ms.Preety, for showing us the pose. So everyone, that was a cat-cow pose, also known as Manjarasana, as Ms.Preety said. And I would like to...
Can I interrupt?
So sorry, but you have, if you like to be asked. Hello?
Neera, can you come little ahead and speak? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
If there are any questions from the side of the audience, the chat option is always available. We won't be discussing amongst the people directly like this. The chat option is available for all questions. So if there are any questions which are to be asked, please refer to the chat option.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the cat-cow pose, also known as the Manjarasana. And everyone, as we progress further with all the poses, I would like to ask everyone to copy all the postures that Ms.Preety is also doing, because practice is the ultimate way to... Okay. So now, Ms.Preety, can you show us the next pose?
Yes. Okay. Come. All right, Neera, the second pose is, okay. There are lots of participants who still wants to participate in the registration. They're still calling. All right. The second pose, Neera, and the audience is your Setu Bandhasana. That is called the bridge pose. All right. Setu Bandhasana again is to position as well as to improve the strength of your quadriceps or the lower half of the body. All right. So I will be showing you the normal Setu Bandhasana first, okay? And I'm showing from the side view when I'm lying down. It's this. I don't even have to catch my ankle, okay? I'm showing the position so that everyone can also practice. Here, from the front, it is like this. You can see the distance between my two legs, Neera. Okay, we are here. From the side, I am here, and when I inhale, I take a deep breath, I inhale, squeeze my hips and push up. Push up. So I am pushing up with the help of my hip muscle and not the lower back. Okay, you can stay here for some 10 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds. Normal inhale, exhale, and gently come down. All right. Okay, so this is for your hip, but now you can have a variation in this. We can have something like a cushion, or if anyone is a regular practitioner of yoga, you can have something like the yoga block. Okay, yoga block. So for the time being, I'll be using a cushion. Okay, same posture may put a cushion in between your two thighs, not the knees. In between your two thighs, not the knees. And you're going to squeeze your inner thighs. Okay, inner thighs. I'm here. Squeeze the inner thigh. Press your feet on the ground. And inhaling, I push my hips up. So I'm doing two things right now. I'm pushing my hips up. At the same time, I'm squeezing my thighs. 10 seconds and gently come down. One more round you can practice. Squeeze the hip, squeeze the thighs, and come up. And gently come down. This particular posture, the Setu Bandhasana, why is it important? Is like it helps in the flexibility and the strength of the hip. We have very important 5 muscles in the inner thigh that is called the adductor muscle. Okay, so by squeezing those muscles, it's strengthening those adductors muscles. Okay, so the adductors muscles help in keeping our pelvic floor very, very stable. Remember, on the pelvic floor, the whole weight of your spine is sitting. Okay, so in order to keep the pelvic floor very healthy, my lower body, especially these 5 muscles, have to be light as well as strong. Okay, flexible as well as strength. We have to find a balance. Hence, we practice Setu Bandhasana. You can practice 2 to 3 times. In your practice, yoga practice, you can use this 2 to 3 times. Okay.
So I think the key takeaway point was that this particular posture helps to increase our stamina also, right?
Yeah.
And that it should be practiced 2 to 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ms.Preety. Now we'll again move on to another pose for this particular topic to enhance sexual response. And I think it's our final pose also, for the posture for this particular topic. So over to Ms.Preety.
Okay, there are many postures, but let's practice something, a pranayam. Let me share a pranayam with you this time. Pranayam, like, you are trying to find stability. The breath is very important during any practice of yoga for your daily day-to-day life. Okay. Basically, what happened, in order to be in harmony with yourself, if in the morning when you wake up, if you try to do this, okay, right nostril and the left nostril, one nostril will be most of the time for most of the people blocked. Okay, so what we are trying to do is, this is your right side, this is your left side, your sun and the moon, your yin and yang. Okay, you're trying to balance that. Okay, so one very simple pranayam is called equal breathing pranayam. Equal breathing pranayam we generally call the pranayam number 1. Okay, if you're practicing, you can sit in Sukhasana, cross leg. You can sit in Vajrasana, okay, or you can sit in Padmasana. Any posture you are comfortable. You can sit in Padmasana. Okay, any of these 3 postures. Okay, if someone has leg problem, you can even practice with the leg out. But this is also all right. So we are going to inhale for a few seconds, and same seconds you are going to exhale. When I tell you inhale 1, 2, 3, it does not mean you have to inhale 3 times. No, you have to just inhale 1 time. That inhalation is 3 seconds long. आपके जो inhalation है वो 3 second length होगा और 3 second exhalation out. 3 seconds इसलिए कि it will be applicable to everyone. Once you start practicing, you can make it 4 seconds, 5 seconds, barabar, to get an equilibrium. Shall we practice? Okay. You can put your hands in the Gyan Mudra. Relax your shoulders. Gently close your eyes. Right. Very subtle breath. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Gently open your eyes. Very simple. I'm inhaling. So what you have to refrain is like not this. You don't have to use that. Okay, you're just inhaling gently with the nostril. Your right nostril should not feel that the left nostril is taking breath. Itna subtle hona chahiye aapka inhale exhale. Very calm. So this is a very good and very easy to practice even for kids also. Kids like above 10 years old. Equal breathing. Pranayam number 1. All right.
Actually, in the yoga practice, out of the 8 angas, pranayam is one of the most important component of the hatha yoga. Yes, Neera, please.
Thank you, Ms.Preety. I believe pranayam is one posture that will help.
Not respiration, respiratory.
Okay.
Breath control.
Breath control technique that helps to calm down the mind also.
Correct.
And also kind of builds in self a person the ability to keep in his breath for a long time and focus on things which are, not really focused on.
See, when you are angry, you take respiration very fast. Like those who are very anxious, they die very fast. Like a dog, they take respiration very fast. Their lifespan is very less. But a tortoise is having very slow respiration, about 3-4 times in a minute. So their lifespan is about 150 years, 200. So like that, respiration is very important in the lifespan of the individual.
So the key takeaway right now is that you have to be calm to enhance your sexual response cycle.
Correct, very much.
So that we wrap up our first topic, dear viewers. Now we move on to our second topic, and that is menstruation and how to reduce this menorrhea by using yoga. So that, can you tell us how menstruation works exactly? Because people know, like the young girls and everyone, they know that something is happening in their body that is making them emit blood, but they don't really know what the process is. Can you please tell us?
It's a very important area of the human physiology. When a girl reaches puberty, that when their stage of fertility is achieved, the womb, or in a medical term, the uterus, prepares itself to receive a fertilized egg. Fertilized egg means the ovum and the sperm are united. To receive that, they prepare themselves. Thereby, where the inner layer of the uterus get thicker, where the fertilized egg can be embedded. But when it doesn't take place, because before marriage whether the fertilization doesn't take place, that particular epithelium gets shed. When that epithelium sheds, the vessels, to some extent, they bleed, and some other fluids comes out. That comes out to the birth channel. And many of the girls actually doesn't know through which channel the blood is coming out. There are, in adolescent health teaching of the government of India, they found that many of the girls think that it is coming out through the urethra. The urethra channel is only for the urine to come out. That is also, even that is not known. So that is, menstruation is a physiological process, and because of this, in the olden days, the women were not allowed to go to kitchen, this and that, because of dirtiness and those things. But in this era, where we have a lot of hygienic material like tampon and taking bath, then they can take part sports also if they are healthy. So this is, but in once upon a time, the 5 days or 6 days, they were not allowed to participate in anything. So this is very much level today. And coming to the dysmenorrhea, dysmenorrhea is a painful thing, during this period, they may get spasmodic pain. That is uterine contraction like thing. That may be some or two types, the spastic type, spasmodic type, or congestive type. In the congestive type, some pathology is there, like our medical. So this may make invalid. They may not be able to concentrate their studies, this and that. In this area, the yoga, that is the our asanas and the pranayama, they all help. That is what I should say.
So the main takeaway just now was that blood congestion is the cause for this.
Usually, yes.
Before we move on to the yoga poses to reduce menstrual cramps, that there is this common perception that medicines like spasmodart, if you take this during this one period, the next period, your menstrual cramps become worse. Is that, perception true?
I don't think so, because these medicines are prepared, manufactured by the pharmaceutical to get relief of that symptoms. These are wrong perception. There are some perception that once I start using insulin injection for diabetes, forever I will be used. It is not. These are all wrong belief. I don't think so. Paracetamol, eating paracetamol for headache doesn't mean that next headache will be more severe. I don't think so.
Okay, so it's a myth. It's the wrong perception that taking medicines like spasmodart would increase your menstrual cramps in your next period. I hope that every young girl who is watching this is taking a note of that. Now we move on to the actual topic. The other part of this topic is that the yoga poses which will help reduce dysmenorrhea. Over to Ms.Preety.
Thank you, Neera. The most common question for my students is like, during the, am I allowed?
A brief interruption. If there's anyone who has not unmuted their
mic,
please mute your mic so that the disturbance doesn't come. Please mute your mic.
Mic, everybody off.
All right.
Okay, now Ms.Preety can continue.
Yes. So, most of the question of the practitioner is like, what do I do during my periods? What kind of asanas I'm supposed to practice during the period? So some girls, like school girls, stop going to school if the cramps are very, very bad. 3 days or 5 days a month, like and the practitioners stop practicing. So what's happening is there are many practice to get rid of this menstrual cramp, to reduce the menstrual cramp. Okay, but I feel the most important thing is here in your mind. Okay, so the pain is there. Okay, the pain is there. The most important factor is you accept that the pain is there. Acceptance is very important. Once you accept that every month it's going to be here, then what do I do about it? मैं इसके बारे में क्या करूं? Okay, so then your body itself will tell you what kind of postures is really what you call comforting for you. Okay, some few techniques which all of us can practice. The first one is Paschimottanasana, which we all of us see in the Paschimottanasana. All this my organs are going to be comfort, rested, or massage in the forward bend. Barabar. So I'll be like, from the side I will show you. Okay, you don't have to stand or put any extra effort. Okay, during this period, very calmly you just go forward down from the eastern part of your body to the western part of your body. Paschimottanasana. And absolutely relax. No need to strengthen. इतना stretch करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. बिल्कुल ढीला छोड़ के. and slowly come back up. 5 to 10 rounds, or 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, so the only intention for us is to organize. हम अपने organs को massage दे रहे हैं, at the same time we're stretching out, it doesn't become stiff. Okay, some people, they have really bad ones. Okay, so what do I do about it? I'm not able to go down, she's crying, taking medicine. Okay, so you can just take the help of a pillow, keep, to make it more comfortable, I keep it just under my knee. Okay, one more pillow here up, right? And you don't even have to stretch, just go down very gently and as if you're sleeping, Slowly come back up. Yeah, this is called a Paschimottanasana. These are variations of Paschimottanasana. Okay, it just helps you comforting as well as good for your particular organs, which is like in effect at that time. Over to you. Any questions about this?
So like how Chase stretched a long way while doing this particular posture, right? The stretching.
Yes.
How long does it take to reach that level of stretching? Like Jay told us to relax and stretch, but that level of reaching.
Okay. It depends on person to person. Okay. It depends on how much you practice. It again depends on if you're stiff in the mind, your body is also stiff. Okay. So, आपके जो body के posture है, it depends so much on your mind. If you find a person like, who's like very stubborn, okay, mentally, okay, the forward bending. The forward bending is acceptance. That's what I was telling you. The acceptance is not there. Then your surrender, the bowing in the front is always less. Okay, so it takes time. It depends on one-to-one. We cannot generalize it. If you happen to see the old temples during the पुराना temples आप देखोगे ना, जहाँ पे deity रखते हैं, the door of that temple will be always very low. Okay, so that when the human being comes in to come to the temple, you bow down and come. It's an act of surrender. Okay, so when I started yoga in 2015, I was very short temper. I was ordering left and right to my co-workers. I was here. Believe me, you can ask my teacher. My journey from here to here is beautiful. Okay, during the lockdown, can you just show? यहाँ से मैं आ गई हूँ पूरा flat. Can you imagine? So this is just a physical thing you see, okay? But you don't know what's going in my mind. इतना अच्छा हल्का लग रहा है मुझे, and that's because I'm accepting every fact, ready to do all the changes. You are, पूरा महीना हम अच्छे चले, suddenly ये 3 दिन में मेरे पेट में इतना दर्द क्यों हुआ? Okay, that change, acceptance is coming very easily to me now. Okay, hence my forward bending becomes very easy. Are we getting this?
Yes, we are absolutely getting this. So that was the wide leg forward bend.
No, this was the Paschimottanasana. In the wide leg is this, Neera.
Yes.
Wide leg is this, okay? And the wide leg, similarly, most of us in the class, when we practice the wide leg, it might be like this. You must be struggling to go down. Okay, I'm a person who's practicing every day, so it's not fair to compare me to your bodies. All right, this is my job. But when I'm going down in the wide leg, I'm here and I'm going down.
Oh my.
So this is in your inner thighs will open and those particular muscles will be relaxed and stretched at the same time. Now, in audience, please do not worry about these postures if you are not able to perform. I'll be sending you all videos in the group totally so that you can practice afterwards. That will be your take home. Maybe by today evening or tomorrow I'll be sending you. All right.
Preety, these asanas we can practice once in a week also with the viewers if they agree.
Yes, that will be fantastic.
Because today, constraint of time, we are not able to concentrate all the time in the asanas.
Yes. So we keep the pillow here.
We can have classes. We can have classes in that.
And another pillow here, and another pillow. Okay, and you just have to do this. Are we getting? So our stretch is happening, but we are also relaxing. This is what I do this personally. Okay, so if my stomach there is some upset, forget about the menstrual cramp. If there is some stomach upset, then it's a very good way of practicing. All right. Yes, Neera. Back to you now.
So now that was the wide leg forward bend. That was our second posture. The first posture was Paschim Uttanasana. And the first posture, I believe, massages our organs, right? And
yes,
as Ms.Preety rightly was saying, the wide leg forward bend, we surrender ourselves to our pain in the wide leg forward bend.
yes.
Correct.
Okay. Now I'll ask Ms.Preety to show us one more final pose to reduce dysmenorrhea. Just one more pose.
In the dysmenorrhea, there are many. It's like, most of my students, 90% are ladies, so I have become an expert in that. But instead of practicing the poses, I will share with you one pranayam. Pranayam. Okay. So that pranayam is called pranayam number 4, or the only pranayam that is lying down on the ground. The most relaxing, where you will be using the abdominal muscle. If you cannot hear my inhale and exhale, that's completely all right. I'll be sending you the videos again. I'm reminding. So I'm lying down from this view. Okay, my knees are together, my feet away from each other. Okay, this is the view. So I'll show you from the side view. It's like this. And I'm keeping my right palm on the belly. My left palm is on the ground facing the sky. Okay, I gently close my eye. सेम जो इक्वल ब्रीदिंग हमने प्रैक्टिस किया था वही यहाँ पे करना है. यहाँ पे your abdominal muscle will be up when you're inhaling, it will be down when you're exhaling. All right, so inhale 1 2 3, exhale 1 2 3, one more round 1 2 3, exhale 1 2 3. Okay, 2 to 3 times we will practice. Okay, right now just observation, we'll practice it together. Okay, so this helps in calming down your nervous system, your emotions, your nervous system, your physical, everything come in one line. Okay, with this kind of. All right, back to you, Neera.
Thank you so much, Ms.Preety. So we just learned about 3 postures: the Paschim Uttanasana, the wide leg forward bend, and pranayam.
Yeah, correct. Pranayam, that breathing control.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms.Preety, for showing us those 3 yoga postures.
Repeating that, you have to be mindfulness of our respiration. If you are very mindfulness of respiration, your this thing. Mind will be calm, body will be physical, body will be controlled. So when you are in anxiety before entering your exam oral, or before you are going to have a debate competition in the podium, take a deep respiration, conscious about your respiration, about your body. You will be very much composed. This is what one mantra I can tell to all the viewers.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah.
So we move on to our third topic for today, and that is infertility and the pathway to fertility through yoga. So Dad, can you please explain to the audience what exactly causes infertility?
A burning issue of today's time. What happened nowadays, the girls or the boys pursuing their profession, they are not getting married at their prime time. Instead, they are marrying after about 30 years of age. So what happened? Infertility means is living together, having the unprotected sex, like these things, sexual intercourse, but they are not able to conceive. That is in 1 year time frame. If they don't conceive, they are called infertile. So 50% of this is by the male, 50% is by the female counterpart. So we must the tradition of India that when the couple doesn't get pregnant, get conceived, then the in-laws start blaming the poor lady. They don't know that if the husband is not having sperm, that is called azoospermia in our medical term, they are not going to conceive by the natural way. So blaming the female, the lady part is wrong. And another one point I want to tell you is that when they don't produce male child, always blaming the lady again is wrong. The male child is produced because of the contribution of Y chromosome by the male, not by the female. Female contributes only X. So not having a male child is not the fault of the female, it's the fault of the male. This is also one point I want to convey. Yes.
Just to clear the table, we are not asking everyone to now blame the male counterpart instead of the female counterpart because of the whole concept that my dad has explained. And it also doesn't matter whether a female child is to be born or a male child is to be born. Regardless of the gender, I think we all welcome every child. That is the whole point. So
I think we will show only one asana because of the time constraint.
Okay, because of the time constraint, we'll be showing only one poster for this particular
The remaining two topics.
Yes, remaining two topics. Over to J.Preety.
Yeah. Yes, Kaka. Kaka is absolutely right. Okay, we are running from one class to another. We are trying to reach out to as many as our friends today. Okay, Kaka has a meeting afterwards also. But right now, I will be showing you one poster that is the Sarvanga Asana, which is like one of the best poster for your infertility. Okay, Sarvanga Asana for those who are already practicing will be easy. Okay, I'll just show you the normal Sarvanga Asana. Okay, I'm here lying down on the back side. Can you see me?
Yes, yes.
I hope everyone can see. You are tilted. Okay, and always tuck your t-shirt in when you're practicing Sarvanga Asana. It should not come down on your face. Okay, and I lift up and push myself up. Here. This is your Sarvanga Asana.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And gently, not banging, but slowly coming down. But many of our friends will be like thinking that you're practicing every day, so it's easy for you. I'm not able to lift my hip up. मैं तो अपना hip नहीं उठा पा रही हूँ. What do I do? Okay, so we have an option. Okay, all right. I'll be going next to a wall. हर एक घर पे wall रहता है बराबर. So I'm going next to a wall. I attach myself to the wall. Okay, and I lift my leg up. When I'm lifting my leg up, my hip is on the wall. My hip is touching the wall, and यहाँ से I'm climbing up. Okay, without hurting your upper back, I'm climbing up. Keep your hands behind your back and give support to your back. और यहाँ से take your leg out, stay for 5 seconds, and go back. And the other leg, 5 seconds, and go back. If you become strong enough, wall के support से just take it out. And slowly come back down. And never to be in a hurry when you're practicing. Give yourself some extra time. Okay, and tutorials will be sent to you again. All right, back to you, Dida.
Thank you, J.Preety. So that was the Sarvangasana. Actually, we prepared two posters for today. The other one was the Bhujangasana. If we do find time, we will, I believe, make a video for that and send it to the WhatsApp group also. Now the final topic for today, andropause, and how to avoid its effects, and how to avoid its effects through yoga. We have heard a lot about menopause, but I believe for a lot of the viewers, hearing about andropause is the first time. So that, can you please explain to us exactly what andropause is to the viewers? Because we've heard a lot about menopause, but we have not quite heard about andropause.
See, we are, everybody know, almost everybody knows what is menopause. There is a cessation of the menstruation in the female. And this is again a physiological phenomenon where the production of the hormone, estrogen and the progesterone by the body is reduced and is almost stopped. That time they produce this cessation of the cycle. That is called menopause. Akin to that, very much similar to that, it is happening in the male. That is where the testosterone level goes down and that changes the expression. Unluckily, as there is no signal, like in the female, there is a signal that there is a cessation of menstruation. Oh, she has maintained menopause, her fertility period is over, this and that. But one thing here I would like to tell that menopause doesn't mean that her sexual life is over. Sexual life can be continued, but there are wrong concept that once I attain menopause, my sexual life is over. No, they can. So in these two conditions, they are very much alike. In the male, slowly it develops, and the usual characteristic is that they are irritated. There are flushes in both male or female flushes, hot flushes on the face. Then the obesity, the abdomen becomes obese. The muscle mass decreases. Bone becomes friable. So sleep is disturbed, and that sexual response, the secretion, the lubrication, all this in the female are reduced. And in the male, their libido, their erection may come down. So these are to be managed by our medicine, and must be prevented by doing yogas. Yes, that is right.
Just for the viewers, exactly what age does andropause usually start?
By about 40 or so, slowly it declines the hormone testosterone. Slowly. It is not a sudden thing, and we call it this androgen deficiency in the aged men. Adam, we call it Adam. Androgen deficiency, that is testosterone deficiency in the aged man also. That is one terminology we use.
So for the viewers who Dad has just said that it starts usually around the age of 40, we will now be learning some poses, one pose from Ms.Preety in order to avoid the side effects of andropause. Over to Ms.Preety.
Yeah. So andropause, let me share viewers one poster which is common for both andropause as well as menopause. Okay, so both the party, the male and female, can practice. Okay, but one disclaimer in this is yoga does not claim to cure. Okay, yoga is a complementary part of your practice. We are not in the place of we are not doctors that you can, your medicine or medical work has to go side by side, and yoga is complementing you or preventing you from deteriorating. All right, so there is a practice which is very close to my heart, and we practice in the Yoga Institute, a gift from the Yoga Institute to the world, that is called Nishpanda Bhava. Okay, because Savasana is very good for these two conditions, but sometimes what happens when you are suffering from this condition, you are sometimes or most of the time little depressed. Okay, conditional depression. Okay, so if in conditional depression one goes in Savasana, sometimes the pulse rate goes very low. Okay, so we avoid Savasana and practice Nishpanda Bhava. Okay, in the Nishpanda Bhava, can you just turn towards the side? Okay, we are just keeping ourselves on the wall, very relaxed. Okay, very relaxed. Nishpanda Bhava is to stop reacting to things happening around us. Okay, my two legs are a little away. My legs are totally relaxed. Okay, my palms are just above my knee, shoulders relaxed, facial muscles are totally relaxed. And I close my eyes. And I close my eyes. What do I do? Right now, I'm trying to listen to a sound of the bird outside my house. I listen to that sound for 2 seconds, but I do not react to that sound. I don't know why this bird is chirping right now. Or I do not allow that sound to disturb me. 2 seconds, then I jump to another sound. It's the sound of my neighbor doing something in our house. All right. Okay. There also, I am not reacting. I'm not thinking she's disturbing me. I'm just, as a passive listener, I'm just listening to her. So like that, I'm jumping from one sound to another. Right now, I can hear one bus on the road. Okay. So I'm not thinking why the bus is coming right now, but I'm just letting the noise to pass by. Okay, from one sound to another sound. So practice of Nishpanda Bhava, and after a point of time, the noise becomes the medium for your meditation. All right, so nothing can disturb you. If the noise cannot disturb you, how can the menopause disturb you? Are you getting me? So just to get your mind calm down, this is one of the best. You become more strong mentally, and you are not reacting like a ping pong ball everywhere to every small things happening around us. Okay, Nishpanda Bhava. I'll be sharing this with you. the write-up and everything. Back to you, Neera. Any question, Neera? Do you understand? Was I clear?
Yes, Ms.Preety, you were very
All
clear.
right.
Today we learned a total of 8 poses, I believe. We learned the cat-cow pose, the bridge pose, 2 pranayams, first asan, wide leg forward bend, and And first of all, congratulations to both of our panelists for giving their valuable time. Now we move to the question and answer section for today.
Okay.
Due to constraint of time, we'll be dealing with only 3 questions from the questions that our viewers had put up. The first question is, keeping a schedule to do yoga increases my stress in using it. How do
Hello?
I solve this problem?
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
tell me please.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hi, Rajan.
Yes. Krishnada.
Yes. I have 2 comments. First on your this libido and the orgasm, and in between is the foreplay. Libido.
I mentioned.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Libido, it is an essential part of any sex, whether it is a reproductive sex or recreational sex.
So
Below apes, primates, it is the reproductive sex which needs libido. There is no orgasm or no recreation. So, but that libido depends on 2 things. One is your hormonal status of the body, both male and female. Number 2 is the activity of the sexual center of our super brain. If any of these 2 are defective, there will be libido, whether in an animal or a man. If the testes, all the castrated cow, bull or a goat, their libido has gone like a male, like man. So libido, no doubt, it is prime essential thing. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the prime essential thing. Next, when
Thank you for sharing.
next on this during evolution, on the process of evolution from apes onwards.
Another session because we're the Q&As right now, the question and answers that were put by the other viewers.
Yeah, I want to
The first question is for Ms.Preety, which I said that keeping a schedule to do yoga is my stress instead of actually reducing it. How do I solve this particular problem?
Okay. First of all, thank you, Uncle, who was responding to us. There is a little bit of time constraint. Next time, we are going to give it for 2 hours. It's very interesting and you have become a part of our family. We have to move on to another class, hence the little hurriedness. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, Neera, this is what, it all comes from stress. Okay, her question was, I try to practice yoga, but yoga has become stressful for me. In order to, in the busy life, put the yoga in my schedule, it has become more stressful. Barabar? Correct, Neera?
Yeah, the schedule to do yoga is increasing my stress instead of reducing.
So for that, again, we cannot generalize. This must be a question coming from one person, all right? The thing is like, it cannot be only yoga. Okay, if you're taking yoga up अपने काम के हिसाब से, okay, then it will be stressful. Not only yoga, anything else in your life. अगर आप कुकिंग को भी काम के हिसाब से लोगे कि मुझे खाना बनाना है, खाना खा के फटाफट काम खत्म करना है, then it will be stressful. Okay, if you have to take it yoga as a part of your life, that 1 hour you don't think that कि मुझे पतला होना है या मुझे I want to have a child, without any expectation. If you are spending that 1 hour for yourself, अपने लिए, not as a wife, not as a mother, not as a daughter, but for me, Preeti, I want to spend 1 hour with myself, which is very, very precious. Okay,
Oh,
then
beautiful.
the thought itself will reduce the this thing. So, हम अपने से प्यार नहीं करेंगे तो किसी और को कैसे प्यार करेंगे? You know, you cannot love others if you don't love yourself. You are your priority. It's not about being selfish. Some mothers, they come, they say, मेरे बच्चे को स्कूल छोड़ने जाना है, I have to study this, so I cannot take this time from you. If you are an unstable person, you cannot help another person. In an aeroplane with a small baby, the air hostess will tell you that the mother put the belt first on yourself, then put the belt to the child. If an unstable mother, without putting a belt on herself, if she tries to put the belt on the child, she will end up killing both of them. Are you getting me? So it all depends on how you think about it. I hope this answers your question.
Very good, very good.
So
Yeah.
you need to have time for yourself.
Yeah.
That's since we took away
Yeah.
from this answer. The second question is for my dad, and it's interesting. How should parents learn to develop the attitude to discuss about sex and sexual health topics with your children? How should they learn to develop that attitude? So since that's a parent also.
As I told you, the physiology of the sex must be known by the parents first.
The parents should know it first.
They must know it. They must know the anatomy of the genitalia, how the female genitalia look like, how the male. And another thing, Neera, the father, mother must be comfortable in telling. They themselves must not feel shy. If they themselves are not comfortable, then how he will? When I go to take class of urology, I must be comfortable about explaining what is what. Like that.
Just a brief interview.
Yeah.
Like a lot of kids are actually caught masturbating, right? This is
Yeah.
like the first step they do towards sex. How should a parents react in that situation?
Masturbation is a natural phenomenon.
Okay.
Actually, we must not punish them. Because of these hormonal changes inside the body, testosterone or estrogen in female, that urge comes out. Like, when you're hungry, you have to take food. You can't restrain without eating food for 1 year.
Okay.
You understand?
So-
And this sex also is an instinct.
Okay.
For the instinct, any instinct you have, you have to satisfy by doing that. And the masturbation is
It's a
self-enjoyment.
natural process.
Natural process, you must not. And the semen is produced daily and is stored in the seminal vesicle. In the case of male, if it is overproduced, I mean, it's more than that capacity of seminal vesicle, it will come out in the night. That is called night ejaculation, night emission. And that many boys come to me, young children, young boys come to me, sir, I am very weak because my semen, precious fluid is lost. This is daily produced thing in the body. You must not worry about this, losing this fluid and those things. Semen. 1 drop of blood, 1 drop of semen, they say equal to 20 drops of blood or 100 like that. These are wrong concept.
Okay.
That is.
So we got the fact that parents should first learn by themselves what are the sexual health topics.
They also must know
They
first.
learn, and that all like youngsters, everyone, they should know that all the masturbation or the sexual processes, they are part of the natural process. The final, he wants to show that he's also an avid yoga fan.
Yeah.
He's showing a
So,
poster for us.
This is Supta Prajasana. Before I say bye to you, I just want to know, I am 69-year-old, but the amount of flexibility I have, this is very good for your infertility. Your all this or this dysmenorrhea female, that this muscle will get massage your organ, genital organs down below. So do this. See how I can get up like this also. This is Supta Vajrasana. Yes,
Thank you, Dad. So I think because of the time constraint, we'll have to wrap up the question answer section. Ms.Preety will be doing a closing mantra for all of us, as we usually do for all yoga practices. Over to you, Ms.Preety.
All right, we are just right in time, Neera. Thank you, Kaka. You are such a sport. Okay, those who are participating right now, you must be thinking the topic might be an idea from me or Neera. It is not. It is from my 69 years old uncle. Okay, and he's been always the kindest person around. We are very, very much thankful to him, and our family knows how much he has helped us and out of the way for everyone. And I'm fortunate to have some platform of this kind to practice with him, and we hope that all this family will get to you more for more and more informative programs like this. And as it is a virtual session, you know, there's a little disturbance, so we are learning. We are also learning. We are all learning with you. If there has been any disturbance of any kind, you have to excuse us, help us to give us your feedback. That feedback will always help us. All right, everyone sit with cross leg, Sukhasan, Vajrasan, Padmasan. And can you please put on your video so that we can click some pictures together also at the same time?
Everyone, please switch on your video so the clicking pictures.
All, yeah. All right. Close your eyes, relax. Okay. Feedback. Eyes closed. Relax your shoulders. Absolutely focus on your breath. Chin parallel to the ground. I will be chanting for all of us to give lots of love to all living beings in the world. Okay, you will just enjoy the mantra. Hands in the center of your chest, relax your shoulders. Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmane Vyaha Shubhamastu Nityam.
Preeti, your sound has been muted.
Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently rub your hands and cup your eyes. Open your eyes and slowly move your.
So I think our closing mantra had a lot of good wishes for everyone, right? A lot of very positive message, just like our opening mantra also. So I think we've reached the end of our session for today.
Before that, I would like to thank both of you, Ms.Preety and yourself. Without any inhibition, you two came out so spontaneously, and very much, at least this message is very loud and clear to the whole world that this topic of sex should be discussed on your dining table like that when you have breakfast, this and that. That is, I think this is a good start. Thank you very much to both of you and to the viewers for your active participation. For the last 1 hour, you are on this Sunday, on this International Yoga Day, you are stuck in front of your laptop or phone. I thank all of you. And I thank my nephew, husband of Preety. He's here. He's the man behind. Helped me a lot. I don't know much about the IT system. And he's the one. Last night also he came to my house. Today also he's here. Thank you, all of you. Bye-bye.
Yes. Any message for the viewers from Chip?
Okay. I have a message of the viewer, and I have a message for my husband. Okay, so he's stuck in he's not stuck. So at this point of time, I feel he's one person who is practicing yoga, looking after our old parents, and this is the right time, and this is the best kind of yoga. Love your elders, and he's there for the last 5-6 months, and no complaint. I'm so proud of him. And we are like, I hope my father-in-law gets better very, very soon. And thank you. Love you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So I think we got away. What we got from this is that this is not the end of the road, right? We encourage everyone, the viewers, to discuss about these topics, to actually have their own Zoom webinars to further raise public awareness about these topics, right? So thank you, everyone. Thank you to our panelists, and thank you to all of the viewers for joining us today. Once again, happy 6th International Yoga Day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.